Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're skipping the usual travel highlights.
hmm
We're zeroing in on how travel really changes you, through cultural immersion.
Right, digging deeper than just sightseeing.
Exactly. Our source is a personal account. Someone went somewhere new, unnamed, really off the beaten path.
Yeah.
And our mission here is to pull out what that teaches us about, well, understanding other cultures and how travel shapes us.
Sounds good. Where do we start?
Let's start right at the beginning. Arrival.
Yes. The initial shock, the source really paints a picture, doesn't it?
It does, that immediate sensory hit.
Totally.
Yeah.
Unfamiliar smells, the sound of a language you just don't get,
Yeah.
different visual cues everywhere. It's that jolt out of the
It
ordinary.
really signals you're somewhere fundamentally different. Different rules apply.
And you see those rules immediately in the small things, like greetings. The source mentions this,
Oh, yeah, that's a great point. Think about it, a bow versus a handshake.
or kisses on the cheek.
Right. They seem simple, but they carry so much cultural weight. It's like the first word in a dialogue.
And those first words often hint at much deeper values.
Like what?
Well, the account touches on things like, how important being on time is in some places,
Okay. Punctuality?
or maybe incredible hospitality in others,
Yeah.
or that deep respect for elders you sometimes see.
Uh-huh. These aren't just abstract concepts, then.
Not at all. They really structure how people interact day to day, fundamentally.
And speaking of daily life food, that really stood out to me in the source.
Oh, food is huge. Always.
It wasn't just try this new dish. It was about the stories in the food.
Exactly. How a simple recipe might hold generations of, history or resilience.
Or celebration, even. Like the flavors tell a story.
They absolutely do. And often tied to festivals, ceremonies.
Mm.
The source saw some of those too.
Right, the music, the dance, the colors.
It's not just a show. It's living heritage,
Yeah.
passed down, keeping culture alive.
Of course, it's not always easy stepping into that. The source is honest about the challenges.
Definitely. Language barriers are a big one.
Yeah, and getting lost. We've all been there.
Uh-huh. Or just cultural misunderstandings, saying or doing the wrong thing.
But the key takeaways seem to be not seeing these as like failures.
No, more like chances,
Yep.
opportunities, really, to learn patience.
And humility, maybe? Learning to ask for help respectfully?
Yes. Learning from those awkward moments, that's where the growth happens, isn't it?
It seems so, and it leads to connection. There was that story about the local family.
Yeah. That was quite moving. No shared language, but
Hmm.
connection happened anyway.
Ow.
Gestures, smiles,
Yeah.
sharing food. It just showed that human connection can go deeper than words.
It really can. So, pulling back, what are the big lessons here?
Well, I think number one is just open-mindedness.
Recognizing other cultures have their own internal logic.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Perspectives that are just as valid and related to that, seeing the universal stuff.
The shared humanity underneath.
Yeah. Hopes, struggles, dreams. They're pretty common, even if expressed differently.
Which leads to empathy, I guess.
That's the core of it, I think. Really
Yeah.
listening, observing, trying not to judge immediately.
Trying to see from their perspective.
hmm And realizing travel isn't just checking sites off a list. It's letting places change you, leaving a mark.
Right. So, wrapping up this deep dive, it feels like real travel, done with curiosity, is, well, it's way more than a holiday.
It's a profound thing in
Mhm.
education and cultural understanding and, yeah, personal development.
So, the thought to leave you with is maybe approach your own journeys with that open heart, that curious mind.
Definitely. Because the world really does have so much to teach if you're truly open to listening.